Absolutely, yeah. The preparations are going well at the moment now. As always, suppose I'm like all sporting organisers. I suppose I'm looking for volunteers and stewards as well, if possible at all, for next Saturday. Also, in around 9 o'clock or anywhere along the route, if you could come out and support us, it'd be great. Our race this year is starting at 9 o'clock on the Mall, ending up in Carriganore, depending on which race you're doing, probably 10, 11 or 12 o'clock. But you're more than welcome to go out and join us and give us a bit of support. We all know what it's like to be running the streets, and any bit of support would be great. Yeah, this year's event, it's the numbers are obviously up on last year, thank God. Last year, of course, we didn't have the full, but this time we have the full, the half, the quarter, and now we have a new aspect to it of a relay, teams of 2 or 3 or 4, as the case may be. And look, we're looking forward to a great event.
It's a huge operation, Joe, isn't it, really? There's so much work goes on behind the scenes, and, fantastic finish there in WIT. It's one big operation, really.
Absolutely. I mean, look, it's a fantastic start, and I'd like to thank yourselves as well for coming in behind us. I mean, it's great to have an event like this ongoing now for 7 or 8 years now, and it's
grown each year.
It's grown each year, and as each year grows, you different little things have to be added in, and it's nearly a full-time job now,
It certainly is.
From one end of the year to the next,
Unfortunately, the full last year fell victim of the hot weather for a change. But that was, looking back, and it was probably the right call.
It was the right call. I mean, it was the right call, and sure, wouldn't we love to have weather like that now for a couple of days to start from the rain and the rain at the moment. But look, runners are runners. They go out in all weathers anyway. So it's the weather in it by itself is not a major factor. Look, I'd love to have a lovely, cool, cloudy day with the wind coming from the north. It'd be great. But look, I'll take whatever weather throws at me at the moment. If we're looking out here today, it's cloudy, it's sunny, it's windy. Look, I take it,
Yeah, a bit of everything. Yeah, something I suppose we can't control, is it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Great occasion, and plenty of local interest as well. I know a lot of the local clubs as well get really rowing behind the show as well.
Yeah, look, a lot of, I have to compliment a lot of the clubs here. Only for them, and people in the clubs know what it's like to organise an event like this, and when you get help from people, experienced people in the clubs, it's great, because it makes your job an awful lot easier, and it makes our job an awful lot easier. It's also a case that without them, these sort of events wouldn't take place. Do you know what I mean? And it's also the cases. Sponsors are the same. Without sponsorship, you're at nothing unless you get these sponsors. And as race director and as a member of the committee, I would like to thank the sponsors this year for the great incentive that they've given us to continue this event, and yourselves as well. Without publicity and without traction in the local community, you're at nothing. You're hitting your head against the brick wall. Also, the national media, the Irish Times are on board this year, proved that it is a great help. And all these things, when you marry them all together, makes into a great event.
Yeah, big hit, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, delighted to be associated with it. You might just maybe outline the various routes then, Joe, maybe of Saturday's races. Roughly,
all walkers will be starting at about 8:15. Now, that's walking. All the events will be 8:15. We're giving you a specific time this year for ease of convenience. The main event itself will be starting at 9 o'clock. That's the full, the half, and the quarter, and it'll be starting from the Mall at 9.
Yeah, and I know Ollie Carroll will be down there to start off the listener, or to start off the runners. Listeners, I was about to say the runners as always.
Yes, I've no doubt that Ollie will be down there, and he'll have a boldest shirt as he always has on him.
In good fettle as always, Joe.
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely, and taking in the greenway then as well, and the bridge as well. Fantastic amenities, Joe, going around, isn't there?
I've said it many years, and I suppose the people of Waterford are sick of me saying it every year. But I mean, we have some fantastic scenery here, and what we in the marathon have endeavoured to bring it to show the best side of Waterford, and we have endeavoured to do that on this occasion again. We're taking in the new bridge, we're taking in the Viking triangle, we're taking in Moncongrove, we're taking in the Greenway. and the fantastic sporting facility that is Carriganore.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we're going to be broadcasting on the ball from there on Saturday as well, this particular programme. So I know last year from being out there, the buzz of expectation around the finish line there, Joe, was absolutely second to none. There was people kind of, saturated and I suppose, gasping coming over the line really. But it was just such a kind of a friendly atmosphere and great buzz around the place, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great event. I mean, when you kind of have 4 races in one, and when you have that kind of quality across the 4 races, it's great. It generates an atmosphere all of its own. And I suppose with the bands and with the music and with the DJs out on the course, that's what we're trying to encourage. We're trying to encourage people to come out, enjoy the run, take a look at the sites. Obviously, you will have the elites, people that will want to make times and do times and win, and some will win and some won't. There can only be one winner, but hopefully on the day we'll all be winners.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Showcase, as you said, the best of Waterford, and a brilliant amenity as well that is Carriganore as well. It's absolutely grown, and I suppose them to get the events as well as enhancing their own profile, which is very high at the moment.
Absolutely. I mean, we all know what it takes to. We all can sit at home on the couch and say, "This is what we need." This is it. Carriganore is on another level. They provide the services for you to do your best and to get in there and get involved and to get the best out of yourself. And that's what the marathon is here to do too, also, is to encourage people to come to run. That's why we have 4 races. It's very important that we get out there, we lose the weight, we make ourselves feel better, and we mentally and physically we feel better.
Yeah, it promises to be another big occasion as well, and with the relay as well as another added kind of incentive and bonus, I suppose, this year, Joe.
Yeah, the relay is a new one. It's a novel idea. We have 4 changeover points. We have one at Carriganore House. One at the other changeover point is at the underpass of the Greenway at Ballyduff GEA. There's 2 changeover points there. I'd also like to thank the Ballyduff GEA club and all the other clubs that are helping us with the water stations. It's fantastic. It's great to see young people out. If when I was young, if I was involved in such an event, I'd love to be involved in that event when I grow up and grow older and get older. So I'm delighted that all these sporting scouts clubs are involved in encouraging young people to help an event like this to come along.
Yeah, it's great that they can row in behind it and hopefully keep it going for future generations and years. As regards Joe, stewards and things like that, I know you're still putting out a big call, and the Gardaí, the Order of Ambulance Service. There's such an array of kind of people that make this event kind of take over each year.
Yeah, now I go to stewards meetings now and again, and I do appeal for stewards now and again. What I would dearly love is a number of stewards around the town. Basically, we basically need you from about 8:45 to 10:15 on a Saturday morning. And sure, look, you can go for a coffee in town afterwards, or you can have a chat bring a couple of mates with you. Just do stand for 10 or 15 minutes and enjoy the atmosphere, encourage the runners, and go and have your coffee.
Do your bit, absolutely, yeah. And as regards maybe then, Joe, road closures on Saturday morning, maybe you might just give a brief outline. I know we'll have more forensic details on this with Damien and the lads during the week.
Yeah, basically the first 2 miles are in town. From once we go across the bridge, it's more or less coned off. But basically what we're talking about, the mall itself will be closed from approximately 7 o'clock until just after the race starts, which will probably be around 9:30. The mall itself will be closed. Now there'll be the usual traffic and diversions will be for that. But basically, anyone coming in from the Dunmore Road can go down the quay for up until about 9 o'clock. After that, it'll probably be 9:30 before the Dunmore Road or before the quay will be open again. We're hoping that all traffic that's coming in that needs to go into town can go down via Polbury, up Bunkers Hill, and in that way into town. Anyone coming in from Ferrybank, they have no problem. The bridge straight on up Bridge Street will probably be closed for a period of about 15 or 20 minutes. Otherwise than that, there's very little effect in traffic in town, you know.
Yeah, fairly straightforward. I know around Carriganore as well for the finish there, plenty of parking out there, Joe.
There's plenty of parking out there. We have loads of parking. We have our own thing up at West Pharma. We've their car park for the day. We have shuttle buses then in further runners into town, and just the first relay runners will be shuttled into town there. The remaining relay runners will be shuttled to Carriganore from there, and then from Carriganore they will be shuttled to Ballyduff after that.
Great stuff indeed, yeah. Promises to be another great occasion. So overall, counting on not too far away. Looking forward to another big day, Joe.
Well, hopefully this time next week I'll be still in the land of the living, and that I won't have too many radio interviews to do explaining myself. But look, it is a fantastic event. It's great organisation, great people in Waterford, fantastic and brilliant history of running in here, and our function is to keep it going and to keep great events like this going.
Well, let's keep it going, yeah. Well, it promises to be another great occasion, the annual WLR Waterford Viking Marathon on Saturday. And of course, we're going to be broadcasting on the ball live from Carriganore on Saturday between 12 and 1. So we'll be catching up with the various runners and organisers. So looking forward to that. Joe Cawley, as always. Many thanks for dropping in. I know you have a hectic week ahead of you, but the very best of luck with it. And thanks for everything in the build up. And we'll hopefully catch up with you Saturday.
Thanks very much. Thanks for talking to you.